should know. Hear him calling from the treetop, my girl laying on my lap, hoping he gets close enough to make him take a nap. Yeah, I said I'd have supper, I promised my mom, but I'm still sitting here waiting on. Been waiting on Tom.
He's always running late, never gonna make that early morning day.
Waiting on Tom, I'm making every call, I can almost see him there hanging on the wall. I said I'd have supper, I promised my mom, but I'm still sitting here.
I'm still sitting here.
We're still sitting here waiting on Tom.
Got him.
Last week on Turkey Call. NWTF members Dan Doodle Brogan and Jake Stock showed us what Jersey Shore turkey hunting was all about.
That was a classic South Jersey hunt. Hunting on these little vegetable farms here.
Now it's time to pack up and head to Texas, where the weather's as hot as a goblin. It's a long trip, but one that'll provide some great opportunities for the crew. NWTF member and Houston native Norm Wade will be hunting with Briley Outfitters out of San Angelo, Texas.
Rio Grande's, my problem with the Rio Grande is he likes to walk. And if he gets past you, your work is cut out for you. I have absolutely had my hair pulled completely out, and you notice there's parts missing because it's getting thin because of Rio Grande turkeys.
The roosting was limited, so they were all there every morning together. And when they first flew off the roost, it's all this, you'll hear gobblers, gobbling. And when they flew down, he said, well, this is going to be a piece of cake. Well, there's also 200 hens there with them. So usually they packed up and followed those hens off. And then you go and get you a quick lunch or something like that. And if it's not too terribly hot, the afternoon's better out there for me.
NWTF's Turkey Call, presented by Mossy Oak, with additional support from Benelli, performance worth the price. Heavy shot, because you didn't come this far to miss. Browning, the best there is. Bass Pro Shops, your adventure starts here. When Turkey Call returns,
Look at that. Look at the hooks on. Look at the hooks on this thing, man. This one is probably the largest of the group.
When you start adding up the price some guys pay to knock down a gobbler, you might be shocked to learn how little it costs for a finely tuned machine to do the actual knocking down. Specialized turkey shotguns from New England Firearms. In your choice of pump or semi-automatic, they're hard on the birds and easy on your budget.
Founding father Benjamin Franklin believed that the wild turkey should be the national bird of the United States of America. Fortunately for hunters, it isn't. Spend your Benjamins wisely.
This here is one tough desperado. If you're going to take him down, you'd better be packing some heat. Like the new Derringer and Smoke and Gun turkey calls from HS Strut. The Smoke and Gun friction calls are just the right caliber for your shootout with Old Tom. The Derringer is a lethal combination of size and volume that proves how deadly a small weapon can be. All use an ultra-tuned soundboard and custom wood pan. The new calls to point his spurs to the sky. New from HS Strut.
Founding father Benjamin Franklin believed that the wild turkey should be the national bird of the United States of America. Fortunately for hunters, it isn't. Spend your Benjamins wisely. This segment of Turkey Call is brought to you by Down and Dirty Outdoors. This week on Turkey Call, we're hunting near San Angelo, Texas, with NWTF member Norm Wade. The town of San Angelo sits on the southwestern edge of Edwards Plateau and the northeastern edge of the Chihuahua Desert at the junction of North and South Concho Rivers. In 2011, the area experienced 100 days of temperatures above 100 degrees. For this reason, Wade will be attempting to tag out as early in the day as possible. For Briley Outfitters' Jed Cormier, the area is situated perfectly for hunters looking to pursue deer, quail, and wild turkey.
The conditions here in the San Angelo area in the western central Texas basically is a semi-arid climate. We have an average annual rainfall in a good year of 20 inches. Last year, as most folks know, the state of Texas was in about a 96% drought for the entire state. We were extremely hard hit here with less than 9 inches of rain for the entire year. We had virtually no turkey crop. There was just no hatch in terms of quail, any other small birds, whatever. You know, we just had terrifically dry weather. Our terrain in this area is basically flat country. We have what we refer to as basically mesquite flats on the ranch here at the Washington County Ranch that we primarily headquarter out of. We're blessed with some ravines. We've got a couple of a river and a creek that runs through the area, and so there is a little bit of roll to our country here. For the most part, though, we are flat. 3 years ago, the Concho Valley chapter of the National Wild Turkey Federation had its initial banquet. This 2012 is the 3rd year anniversary. It's a large group of guys. It's a varied group of guys. Several ranchers in the area are members and participate.
I'm Norman Wade, and I'm a Texas NWTF member. As I grew up and became an adult, I felt it was time for me to try to give back to future generations. So I looked around the various hunting organizations, looked at their mission statement, looked at their purpose and what they were trying to do. And I fell in line with NWTF because I liked what they were doing, the hunting heritage for future generations. And I've been involved with them, the NWTF, for about 5 years on a volunteer basis. And I got involved with them because they're the one that is on Capitol Hill, Washington, beating for my rights and the rights of my kids and my nephews for future generation of hunting. So I like everything that the NWTF has done and doing and going to do in years to come.
No doubt that the turkey call available today will have the ability to replicate hen talk at its highest degree. But for Wade, using his natural voice is a skill he's honed over the years, one that adds a new challenge to chasing Rio Grande gobblers.
I kind of picked up turkey calling, I guess probably when I was in 8th, 9th grade with my natural voice. I couldn't really get the grasp of the diaphragm call, so growing up in the country, I would mimic what the farm animals would do with my natural voice. So I decided one day just to do what the turkeys did, and I got a response. And so all my life I've just been doing it with my natural voice and just calling my natural voice. And that's one less piece of gear that I take in the field with me. My voice is gonna always be with me. We had about 4 or 5 hens that come past us. They were chirping or moving about, and I said, okay, just let them be our natural decoy. All of a sudden, my cameraman, oh, to your left, there's a bird, there's a bird. Oh, we're so busted. But the bird was so focused on my decoy that he wasn't paying me any attention. So I'm trying to ease my shotgun around, and I'm trying to, oh, that limb is in the way. Finally get up on the bird, and the cameraman says, it's right there, it's right there. Where did he come from? So he finally gets there, and I'm thinking, oh, this is a dead bird. He's within maybe 15, 20 yards. I raise up on him, cameraman gives me the okay. I squeeze off around. Oh my goodness, how could I miss the bird? I shot over him. But that's part of hunting. It happens. You gotta pick yourself up by your bootstraps and move on to the next set.
When Turkey Call returns, learn what the NWTF is doing in East Texas to improve upland habitat. Plus, we'll join Ronnie the Cuz Strickland and find out if Norm Wade can seal the deal on his second try.
How many rounds can you feed through a Remington Versamax before it malfunctions? We'll let you know when we get there. With VersaPort gas technology, the Versamax reliably cycles pretty much any 12-gauge round. Remington Versamax. Any load, anywhere, every time.
Because when versatility meets reliability, it's game over. Remington. One moment, one shot.
Since 1973, the National Wild Turkey Federation has worked with wildlife professionals and volunteers across North America. Today, more than 7 million wild turkeys roam the continent, but there is a critical need to conserve and protect the land on which they live. As the world's leader in upland habitat restoration, the NWTF needs your help. Your membership will help us conserve habitat for wild turkeys, deer, songbirds, and other wildlife. Join online now at nwtf.org or call 800-THE-NWTF.
If you're like me and a lot of others, you started out bird hunting with a pump shotgun. They're simple to use, safe, and affordable. That's exactly what we set out to achieve with the introduction of our PA08 pump shotgun. What sets it apart is a really nice fit and finish. It handles well, functions flawlessly, and has the quality features you would expect from Weatherby, all at an unbelievable low price. So check it out and make the PA08 your choice, whether in the field or on the range.
This NWTF Conservation Update is brought to you by OutdoorDealHound.com, the official merchandise website of the National Wild Turkey Federation. Perhaps no other state in the U.S. offers such amazing habitat diversity as Texas. 269,000 square miles, populated by 26 million people, containing prairies, grasslands, forest, and coastline.
The NWTF has had tremendous success in Texas. The NWTF just completed a project in 2012 to address longleaf pine restoration and management in East Texas. These efforts are critical because longleaf pines have been reduced to less than 3% of their historical range across the Southeast. These efforts have not only benefited wild turkeys, but numerous other wildlife species, including the red cockaded woodpecker. Even though we've had a tremendous success in East Texas, we still have ongoing efforts to work with the U.S. Forest Service on a large stewardship contract that will deliver over $2 million on the ground to improve wildlife habitat in East Texas.
This week on Turkey Call, we're chasing Rio Grande gobblers with NWTF member Norm Wade. After a swing and a miss during his initial opportunity, Norm Wade is back and ready to try again at filling his tag.
As growing up as a young boy, I've had some male role models that I looked up to. My dad, uncles, especially my grandpa that got me in hunting very early out in the wilderness. From the time I was 6 years old all the way up and through my adult life, I've been out hunting some sort. If it's not deer, squirrel, rabbit, and now turkey has been added to my repertoire. I enjoy it. It's a great environment for me to relax in and just become one with nature. We went back to this location because we knew there's a water source, water trough in there, and we knew after the first couple of days of being 104, 106 degrees, these birds were definitely going to be thirsty and going to come to water. Day 3, we get set up, we get out there, we hear birds gobbling left and right. We go ahead and get a nice strategically set up